Welcome back to Mia's Life. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of makeup tutorial slash get ready with me video because I wanted to show you guys how I do my makeup with acne, because as you can see I'm barefaced and acne has been something that I've been dealing with for quite a while now. Basically I first started getting acne when I basically started puberty. Well, I didn't really get acne, but I had a few spots, but then like a year to 6 months ago it started getting really bad, so now it has kind of progressed to I now have moderate acne, and I've recently discovered something that has been helping a lot with my acne, so I want to talk about that a bit in this video. Anyways, so the first thing that I do for my makeup is this, which is by Ava Naturals, and this is a niacinamide vitamin B3 serum. So I put this on about 5 to 10 minutes before I do my makeup, and I also do this every night even if I haven't been wearing makeup. This is one of the things that has been helping with my skin. So B3 is a really important vitamin for your skin. I'm making a whole video about all of this, so I'll go into more detail in that video, but basically I've been taking this, or I've been using this, and I've also been taking high doses of vitamin B5 and B3, like as in supplements. It's actually been really helping my skin, so I've been doing it for about 10 days now, and my skin at the moment is looking quite good. So I know it's kind of like a bad time to do this video, because I know I should probably do this video when my skin isn't looking good. I haven't really filmed that many videos on acne, so I just wanted to do this video because I thought you guys might find it helpful. Anyways, the next step that I do is primer. So this primer that I use is by Smashbox. I don't necessarily use this every time I do my makeup. I know that's kind of bad to not use primer, like some people swear by primer, but I don't really know if it does all that much. So I like to use it sometimes anyway. So I wanted to show you guys what primer I do use when I use it, which is not that often. So this is the Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this one is oil-free and it's pore minimizing. I have heard from a few different sources that getting rid of oil out of their diet and from their makeup cleared their acne. I haven't really found that myself. I haven't really like gone properly oil-free ever, to be honest, because like I don't really feel like I notice anything when I've had like some healthy oils, if that makes sense. Like I don't really notice my skin flaring up. However, I do avoid like fried oil and just like bad quality oils, if you know what I mean. I literally use olive oil, extra virgin high quality olive oil on my avocado on toast every day, and it is absolutely amazing. It tastes so good and it's really good for your body, and it's like a healthy fat, so I don't really feel like it is gonna cause my acne to flare up for myself personally, but maybe for other people it does work for them. So I just wanted to put that out there. So if you're trying to look for something to help with your acne and you find that you have a lot of oil in your diet, maybe it could be that is causing your skin to flare up. Now that that is on, I move to foundation, and there's two different types of foundations that I use. Now I said that basically my skin has been quite good recently because of the vitamin B3 and 5, and another thing that could be contributing to it is this foundation, which I'm actually not going to be using, but I wanted to talk about it anyways, guys, because this is the Bare Minerals Blemish Rescue Skin Clearing Loose Powder Foundation. I've never used a powdered I can talk. I've never used a powder foundation before trying this one, but it's actually really nice because it feels so lightweight on your skin, and it's also made out of all natural like minerals and stuff like that. So it's pretty natural ingredients, and then like it's got salicylic acid in it, which is something that a lot of people recommend to use on your skin if you have acne, because it basically dries up your spots and stuff like that. So this is really good. I haven't been using it for that long. However, it's like medium coverage, I'd say. Like it doesn't give me as coverage as my other foundation, which is what I'm going to be using today. This is technically medium to high coverage, but I build it up a lot. I really like the look of this one. It's like the best foundation in terms of covering my acne that I have tried. However, the feel of it is nothing in comparison to this one. This one feels like you're barely wearing any foundation. This one, you can feel it on your skin, okay guys? I always put my makeup, like my concealer, even if it comes with a wand that you can put on your face, I always put it on the back of my hand and then dip my brush into it. So I'm putting my first bit of this. This is not all the foundation that I'm gonna do. I just like to get some foundation like all over my face, and then I build up more in the areas that really need it, or if there's any areas that are like missing foundation. Patting this on at the moment, that is a technique that I have found that works nicely when I'm trying to cover my acne, is to pat it on rather than like do it in circles and stuff like that. I also always use brushes because I really do love beauty blenders. I don't know if I could really use a beauty blender with this foundation though. Probably you could. Basically, I've tried using a silicone sponge and I really got on with that with a past like concealer and foundation. I don't know if I used foundation back then, but basically I used a silicone sponge because it's really hygienic and it kind of like works a bit like a beauty blender. It's kind of similar, and yeah, that is like the most hygienic thing that I know of, but it doesn't work with like the foundations that I use. So I've ended up using a brush, which is more hygienic than using a beauty blender because you can just clean it easier. So now I'm gonna put some more foundation on in areas that I need. I'm gonna blend this in. By the way, the reason why I like to do it in little bits like this is so I can, like, if I just put loads of foundation on my face in one go, it just doesn't look right. Like, you can tell that I've put like way too much on. So yeah, I'm just kind of blending this out all over my face. So now I'm gonna put some blobs here. I do get spots on my jawline like there. It's really annoying having earrings in. I wanted to put earrings in for doing my makeup for this video, just so I looked a bit more put together and less like a crazy woman, like with my hair like tied up like this, and then with the no eyebrows and then the no eyelashes, the blonde ones where they're invisible, and then I just have foundation on. I literally look like a ghost. This is where I turn into a ghost. Okay, Miracle? Concealer. So this concealer is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. It's complete coverage and it's a serum concealer, and I am the shade, oh, the lightest shade. I'm just the lightest shade. I'm the lightest shade in all of my makeup, so I'm just putting this on my under eyes, and then I'm gonna put this on my cheeks. So now I'm gonna use the same brush as I used for my foundation. I know some people would be like, why? But like, there's the same, basically the same color. This is why I was like, why do I even bother using concealer when all of the concealers look terrible? Why don't I just use my foundation as concealer? And it was pretty good thinking. I like to use concealer on my face to add more coverage to my acne. So I can't use like a super light one and use it as like highlighting. If you've got spots, don't use a lighter concealer than your foundation on like your spots, or like super light, because then you're just highlighting it, aren't you guys? So it just doesn't really make that much sense. So yeah, I use my concealer for extra coverage, not for highlighting. So that's why I was like, why don't I just use my foundation? But I'm gonna go in with more concealer, just like there. Used to put my brush on my hand and then put it on my face. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I found it soaked up my product more and it comes out more high coverage when I put it on my face with my finger. By the way, I always properly wash my hands before doing my makeup because that is just like a necessity. It's really important, especially if you have acne prone skin. Okie dokie boys, so that is enough coverage for me. I mean, I could just keep building it up and up and up, but then you end up looking like a donut, so let's not do that. Now I'm gonna do setting powder. So this is the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. I didn't buy this, my mum did. So it was her setting powder, and then she said she doesn't like using setting powder, so she gave it to me, So now I also like to put a little bit of setting powder on my forehead and then some on my cheeks as well, just to stop that moving around too much when I put on like my bronzer, like your bronzer and your blush. So now I'm going to do my brows so I look a little bit less like a ghost. That is not what I wanted. So this did say Anastasia Beverly Hills on it, but it kind of got scratched off in my makeup bag. So this is the Blonde Dip Brow Gel. So it's tinted brow gel basically. The reason why I do brow gel before powder and stuff like that on my brows, I know like this is so weird and people are probably screaming at me right now, but the reason why I do this is because my eyebrows are basically invisible. So I want to be able to actually see them before I can like fill them in, because like when you have no eyebrows, it's really tricky to like draw them on from scratch. So I can use this to go over my hair so then I can see where my actual eyebrow is. So yeah, if you are a blonde like me, or a blonde or a redhead, whatever, and you have invisi eyebrows, I would definitely recommend using a brow gel and then filling it in. See if it works for you, because it works for me. So now I'm gonna do eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go to this Lolita Pura Vida Kat Von D palette, and I wanna decide what I'm vibing with today. By the way, please excuse my ruined eyeshadow palette.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, my little sister got hold of my eyeshadow palettes and destroyed them.
I think you need a bit of practice, Combs.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go Enamorada. I'm using this as my transition shade in my crease. I'm just kind of gonna speed through this because it's more about the foundation, but I want to show you guys what I do for my eye makeup anyway. So now I'm gonna get a little bit of Lolita Por Vida, that shade, and tap it off and just put it right there. And then blend that out. And then I'm gonna do that on the other side. Just to deepen my crease a bit so then my eyelid, that center bit, stands out more. So it looks like my eyes are popping out more forwards. That's what I like to do with my eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go into brown. And I'm gonna use my finger because it gives me more payoff. Like, I know some people would be like shocked to use their fingers for eyeshadow, but when it comes to glittery eyeshadows, like your finger is gonna give you the most eyeshadow on your eyelid rather than using like a flat brush, because I've done that in the past and it just doesn't give you the same effect. So this is what I'm gonna do. So now I'm gonna go into In Bloom, tap a little bit off, and I'm gonna put that in my crease just to blend out the glitter so it's a bit more of like a harsher line. I know that doesn't make sense, blend out so it's a harsher line, but you guys get me, don't you? Probably not. Anyways, as you can see under my eye, I need to use this concealer. I know it's confusing, I use two concealers. Anyway, right, so now I'm gonna just blend this out. By the way, guys, before my little sister broke my eyeshadow palettes, I didn't used to have to do this. It's only been since then that I have to do it because of all the fallout. So I'm kind of tempted to do my eyeshadow before I do all of my foundation stuff, but I just find I don't really like doing that. It just doesn't look right when I do that. Now I'm gonna go back into this palette and use Enamorada underneath my eye. So now I'm going to curl my eyelashes and do my mascara. And for mascara, I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 mascara. I'm not really that keen on this mascara. It's okay. Please could you give me mascara recommendations on Instagram because this doesn't really do all that much for me. I swear I look so weird when I do mascara. Okie dokie boys, so now I do bronzer. I use this bronzer and yeah, and it's really good. Works nicely. It's a good color for me and yeah, I really like it. So now I'm gonna do eyebrow powder. So this is from a brow studio in Dubai, but you could just use any brow powder. So I'm just gonna use this to fill in my brows a little bit, just like the end bit here. Now I do a brow pencil. So this is the Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and this is in the shade Blonde. So now I'm just gonna do this in like the front bit and just kind of add some hair-like strokes. And I kind of just go through my whole brow using this. The next step that I do is highlighter. I use my finger for highlighter. There's a reason for this, okay guys? I do have a highlighter fan brush, but I don't like using it because for me, I basically worked out I'm wearing this makeup to cover up my spots. But if I put highlighter on my cheekbones where there's spots or on my forehead or on my nose or wherever there's spots, I'm highlighting my spots, which is just like the complete opposite to what I want to do. So then I use my finger so I can be more precise with where I'm going with my highlighter. So I put it on my nose because my nose at the moment is quite clear. So there's not really that much. Like I put especially a lot on this tip bit because there isn't like any spots there at the moment for me. I'm gonna put a little bit there just because I can. I did get a spot there like a few days ago, so I'm gonna be careful not to go on that. Then I'm gonna put some on my chin because my chin area here is pretty clear. I'm gonna put a little bit of my cheekbones just on this bit because down here I've got a little skin texture, but up here it is pretty clear, so I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Then I'm gonna put underneath my brow because I've got no spots there. Basically, I put it in the normal highlighting places if there are no spots there. So yeah, that's kind of like my top tip. Also, guys, I don't use blush because I left my blush in Dubai. But a tip for blush is if you use it and you have acne on your cheeks, do not use sparkly blush because that is just like the same as using highlighter on your cheeks. So now I need to do my lips. So for my lips, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Back Talk. I really love this lip gloss. Like, this is my favorite lip thing ever. Like, it is just so gorgeous. I love lip gloss, and this is such a pretty color. So have I forgotten anything? No, I don't think I have. So Miracons, this is my makeup routine and how I do my makeup with like moderate or mild to moderate acne, since my acne is clearing up, but I do have quite a lot of scars on my cheeks and a lot of like skin texture and like sort of like scabbiness, if that makes sense, where my spots are healing. So yeah, Miracons, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!